Sugar controls my every thought. But what if skipping food could reset those thoughts and reset my sugar addiction? So skipping food is supposed to reset your blood sugar levels. It can also help reduce inflammation in your body, boost your immune system. It can also boost your brain function. I feel like the longer that you would go on a fast, the stronger these benefits would become. Giving up food for more than a day feels like something very extreme, and I don't think I'm ready for that. I decided to go with a 24-hour fast. So the rules of this fast is actually quite simple. No food for 24 hours. Drinking water is okay. One thing I read, like for your first fast, is to avoid super strenuous activities. No workout for me. Woo woo. So a really important note is to remember that fasting should not be a goal of weight loss. I feel like that's super unhealthy. And even though that's kind of where my mind goes a little bit, I just want to point out that you should talk to a health professional before you decide to do something like this. I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing what I've learned and what I did. The hardest part of doing this challenge was going to be ignoring the thought of what's my next snack going to be? What's the next food I'm going to have? I decided to start the fast after dinner one night, which was about 6 o'clock. And that was when I stopped eating. So then the rest of the night counted, and the thinking behind that was that I was full from the meal, and then I would go right into going to bed for the night. By the time that I woke up the next morning, I was already a third of the way through my 24 hours. Woke up and immediately had to go to work. So working for a few hours totally had my focus on that. With lunchtime coming up, I really, it really dawned on me that eating was more of kind of a habit, like, oh, it's lunchtime coming up around 12, like this is the time that you eat lunch. And obviously I was hungry at that point, but most days I feel like I eat lunch and I eat dinner because I am feeling like the time is ingrained in my brain, and it's like, okay, this is time to eat. Doesn't matter if you're hungry or not. This is just what we do. This is what I've been doing since I was little. I feel like dealing with these thoughts is kind of like having this junk drawer that you need to clean out that you really didn't even know was there. Battling thoughts was becoming like the hardest thing for me. Okay, I had to do something really distracting because I'm hungry. Like, since my hair is literally like always back, I went to the hair salon to take my mind off of being hungry. I think this is the longest I've gone without food on purpose, or maybe even not on purpose. Like, this is the longest I haven't gone with food. And I am so looking forward to eating tonight because my husband is doing a brisket and he's been cooking it since last night and it smells so freaking good. I'm like, I have got to get out of the house. I need to do something. And so now I'm like, do I want to go back home and just sit there and think about food? Not really. I've been drinking a crap ton of water. I could probably use some more just to help like cleanse. I feel like water is like super cleansing when you drink a lot, and it's like, okay, I have to pee for like 5 minutes straight, but here we are. I got home and I'm really trying to focus on the reasons why I am doing this fast. Like, I'm gonna take a nap because at least then that's going to make a few more hours go by and make it easier for me not to think about food. I got like a chill. I was freezing and all I could think about was like, I'm cold and I'm hungry and my stomach is like growling. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in a cave. This is like, let me just try to go to sleep. So when I sleep or take a nap, it's like really helpful for me to like shut out my senses. So I put on like a face mask and I put in earplugs. It's less things to think about. And then I'm like repeating in my mind, think about the noise that the fan is making, you know, like focus your brain on something specific to help you fall asleep faster. That always helps me. Do you do stuff like that? Like, what is your trick for falling asleep faster? So when I woke up from my nap, I was actually feeling really good. I didn't have hunger pains at all. I was actually more thirsty. Maybe the thought was like, okay, I only have a couple more hours until I get to eat dinner, because with people coming over, I was like, I have to make a few dishes. This was going to be the biggest challenge. And I'm like, okay, I have all these fruits and vegetables in my house that I really need to eat before they go bad. I have had in my thoughts, I bought all of these apples from Costco, and I was like, I'm gonna want something tasty to drink, and usually like I'll do like a frozen food, but since it was finally getting cold here, I decided that I was gonna try homemade apple cider. But it smelled so good. I was like, okay, hunger pains are coming back a little bit. I've got 25 more minutes to wait to eat something, and I'm telling you, I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache from not having food, and I'm literally dying. Like, I had to prep the food, so I made cucumber salad, and this sauce, like, I wanted to try it so bad, but I had to ask my husband to try it just to see if it was good, because I'm not breaking it. 30 more minutes, and then I'm chowing down. Holy crap, I did this. Like, how is this possible? I really honestly didn't think that I was going to be able to do a 24-hour fast. I feel like I could really recognize hunger cues and how important it is to drink water, because you can like lessen those hunger cues. So the biggest thing when the 24-hour fast was concluding was focusing on like getting nutrients. If you feel like doing a 24-hour fast is going to be a little bit difficult, then maybe you should try intuitive eating. You eat when you're actually hungry. The first time I tried intuitive eating, it actually felt just as good as doing a 24-hour fast. So if you want to see what happened, then you should click on this video up here. And remember, like, it might be really hard, but you got to start somewhere.